Good evening from Washington, D.C., and thank you for joining us for News from a Catholic Perspective. I'm Wyatt Goolsby, in for Lauren Ashburn. The Trump administration will appeal a federal court decision which blocked the president's most recent immigration order. It targeted migrants seeking asylum in the United States. President Trump predicts he will eventually win at the Supreme Court. White House correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Wyatt. A U.S. District Court placed a one-month hold on the president's order. The White House calls it another example of an activist judge imposing their own open borders policy. Current law permits any migrant coming to the U.S. to seek asylum. The president wants to change the law so only migrants who come through a port of entry can seek asylum. But Catholic groups who work with migrants believe there's good reason to keep the law as is. Arriving in Florida to spend Thanksgiving, President Trump appears happy to see supporters. But before leaving the White House, his frustration was evident over a federal court decision blocking his asylum ban on migrants who cross the border illegally.
I'm going to put in a major complaint.
U.S. District Judge John Tiger ruled the president may not rewrite the immigration laws to impose a condition that Congress has expressly forbidden. The Trump administration will appeal that decision, and it will likely go before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which has already ruled against several of the president's immigration policies.
It means an automatic loss, no matter what you do, no matter how good your case is. And the Ninth Circuit is really something we have to take a look at because it's not fair.
The president is seeking to change current law that allows any migrant, regardless of how they make it into the U.S., the chance to seek asylum.
This is designed to protect people who are at risk.
Rick Jones has spent 20 years living in Central America. He works with at-risk youth for Catholic Relief Services. Rick shares some of the reasons people are fleeing places like Honduras and El Salvador.
A lot of people are fleeing violence, whether that's from the gangs or from police, corrupt police and military officials, and they have a claim to asylum because they need protection. Other people are leaving because there are no opportunities to make a livelihood.
The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, Catholic Relief Services, Catholic Charities USA, and the Catholic Legal Immigration Network released a joint statement this month calling the president's asylum order deeply concerning. They asked the Trump administration to seek other solutions to strengthen the integrity of the existing immigration system while assuring access to protection for vulnerable children and families. President Trump described Judge John Tiger, the one who has blocked his asylum order, as an Obama judge. Now, that didn't sit well with Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts. He says the U.S. doesn't have Obama judges or Trump judges, Bush judges or Clinton judges. He says an independent judiciary is something we should all be thankful for. Wyatt?
Mark, is it unusual for the Chief Justice to comment on a case like this?
Yes, this is the first time the Republican-appointed leader of the federal judiciary has offered even a hint of criticism against President Trump. Wyatt?
White House correspondent Mark Irons reporting. Thanks, Mark.